గౌరవనీయులు పెద్దలు రాష్ట్ర క్రీడా శాఖ మంత్రి వర్యులు శ్రీనివాస్ గౌడ్ గారికి, గౌరవనీయులు స్థానిక శాసనసభ్యులు కాళే యాదయ్య గారు, ఆరిఫ్ సార్, and of course the star of today's event, our champion player, Miss Jwala Gutta, on whose name the academy has been named, and of course an inspiration to many youngsters and many in the sporting fraternity across the country. Jwala, my compliments to you, to Kranti Garu, to Elan, to the entire family on making a wonderful facility right here. My compliments to the entire team that has put their heart and soul and really sweat it out and coming out with a wonderful facility. My compliments to the entire team who's been part of this effort. I think what goes into, from whatever little I know about sport, सर आप लोग सब भूल गए, वैसे मैं अर्बन डेवलपमेंट का मिनिस्टर हूँ, आईटी का मिनिस्टर भी हूँ, बट मैं बैडमिंटन एसोसिएशन का भी प्रेसिडेंट हूँ सर. आप भूल गए सब लोग. I'm kidding of course. So I think what goes into making a city or a state really a beehive of activity for sports is really two things. One, we need those poster boys and poster girls and role models. I think we have them in abundance in Hyderabad and Telangana. We have Jwala, we have so many sporting stars and sporting legends really in our own city. I think for the kids to draw inspiration from. Secondly, I think what's even more important is creating facilities which are world class in nature, these centers of excellence, which can actually serve as breeding grounds for young children to come train under, competent coaches, competent, training staff, and actually be able to face the world. I think we have these two things now falling in place beautifully with Gutta Jwala Center of Excellence opening right here in Hyderabad. But I do believe there is scope to do more. In fact, I think Jwala needs some support from government as well. I promise you, we will make it happen. You had asked me in the past, myself and Sports Minister Garu, we will definitely support you. And I do believe that this will eventually become a factory of champions. You will create more and more champions who will possibly go on to win World Badminton Championship, All England, and the prestigious marquee events wherever they are held across the country, across the world. In fact, I was just checking notes with Arif sir. I was asking him, a country like China, ऐसे कितने facility रहे होंगे चाइना में, मैंने उनसे अभी पूछा. He said they must have hundreds, and if not in thousands, they definitely have them in hundreds. What really goes into, as Honorable Sports Minister was lamenting, come Olympics, come World Badminton Championship or any world-class event, you see certain countries winning over and over and over. That's because the system there is in place, and the system is so refined and so encouraged, so much encouraged by the government locally there, that they're able to produce champions consistently. But in India, today, if you see someone like Jwala, who's become a champion and, who's won so many titles over the years, it is primarily because of her family, who's put in so much effort and so much of their own resources into making her a champion. I think that is one thing that needs to change. We need not celebrate our champions once they achieve glory. We need to create infrastructure so that we create more and more champions like Jwala. And that is what the new sports policy the Honorable Minister was alluding to will focus on. In fact, it's not just the players, I think, that need to be rewarded. It is their coaching staff and the coaches who are fundamentally, there guiding them day in, day out, who kind of actually are the most unrecognized, in fact, in a way, if you have to put it, unrecognized people, who do not get all the visibility, so to speak. When I say unrecognized, I mean they don't really get the visibility that is required, who also need to be supported. My compliments to Jaiprakash Garu, because I think, sir, this wonderful facility has come up thanks to you and your largesse, because as Jwala and Kranti sir was pointing out, I think thanks largely to you for coming out with a bold idea, giving her the much needed encouragement. Thank you very much. You just added, you and Jwala together have added a beautiful new facility for the city of Hyderabad, for the state of Telangana. My compliments to you on that as well. And like I said, a comprehensive sports policy under the chairmanship of our sports minister is coming up, and I do believe it will be like in every case that Telangana has set its eyes on. We have come out with a pioneering and a benchmarking policy. Even the sports policy will be comprehensive. It will most certainly, under the leadership of our Sports Secretary Srinivas Raju Garu and Sports Minister Shri Srinivas Gaud Garu, తప్పకుండా ఇది మిగతా అన్ని పాలసీల మాదిరిగా దేశానికి మార్గదర్శకంగా మన క్రీడా పాలసీ కూడా ఉండాలని చెప్పి మనస్ఫూర్తిగా కోరుకుంటూ, కేవలం ఛాంపియన్స్నే కాదు, ఛాంపియన్స్ వెనుక ఉన్న కోచెస్ని, వారి వెనుక ఉన్న ట్రైనింగ్ స్టాఫ్ని కూడా గుర్తించి గౌరవించి వారిని ఇక్కడ తీసుకొచ్చినప్పుడే ఇట్లాంటి ఛాంపియన్స్ని ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేసే ఫ్యాక్టరీస్ మరిన్ని తయారవుతాయని చెప్పి కూడా బలంగా విశ్వసిస్తూ, భవిష్యత్తులో మంత్రి గారు చెప్పినట్టు గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారి ఆశీర్వాదంతో తెలంగాణని క్రీడల్లో కూడా ఒక అగ్రభాగాన ఉంచేదానికి అందరం సమిష్టిగా, ప్రైవేట్ సెక్టర్ కానీ, స్పోర్టింగ్ లెజెండ్స్ కానీ, స్పోర్టింగ్ ఛాంపియన్స్ కానీ, గవర్నమెంట్ కానీ కలిసికట్టుగా నడిస్తే తప్పకుండా సాధ్యం అవుతుంది. జ్వాలా గారికి ఈ అకాడమీని రన్ చేయడానికి డెఫినెట్ గా స్పోర్ట్స్ అథారిటీ ఆఫ్ తెలంగాణ నీడ్స్ టు పార్ట్నర్ విత్ హర్. స్పోర్ట్స్ అథారిటీ ఆఫ్ తెలంగాణ నీడ్స్ టు వర్క్ క్లోజ్లీ విత్ హర్. రానున్న రోజుల్లో గ్రామీణ ప్రాంతాల్లో ఉన్న క్రీడాకారుల్లోంచి కూడా మంచి వాళ్ళని తీసుకుని రావాలి, పైకి రావాలి అన్నప్పుడు డెఫినెట్ గా మరింత సపోర్ట్ కూడా అవసరం అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి ఐ హోప్ అండ్ ప్రే దట్ స్పోర్ట్స్ మినిస్టర్ అండ్ SATS కెన్ వర్క్ టుగెదర్ విత్ eminent personalities and sporting legends like Jwala Gutta in making our state a truly remarkable state when it comes to not only infrastructure but also in terms of the enabling ecosystem which produces champions. My compliments, Jwala, once again. I know you worked really hard on this, and I do believe the work is not fully done.